Hey everyone, AstroNerdBoy here, and I wanted to talk about something that caught my eye, and that is from Deadline. Max Headroom series reboot starring Matt Frewer and works at AMC Networks from Christopher Cantwell and Elijah Woods. Spectrovision. Now, the reason this is interesting to me is that when I was a teenager, Max Headroom was on TV and was a very interesting show. And when it came out by Shout, I believe, on DVD, I immediately bought it. If you don't know the premise of Max Headroom, basically, it's set in a dystopian future, post-apocalyptic. I don't want to say post-apocalyptic in a traditional sense, but there was some sort of a war happened. We don't really get much info about that. Much of civilization is in ruins, but there are mega cities. This is set in, like, I guess could be something like the replacement for New York or something. The only named city in the series is New Tokyo, I believe. But anyway, that aside, Max Headroom, it all centers around how TV networks pretty much control everything, and society is based on, and there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of freaky about how close it is to today. Like, if you say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, well, guess what? You become an immediate social pariah. You can't even get into your house. You can't purchase goods or services. It's really kind of freaky, some of the stuff that was talked about back in the 80s with Max Headroom. But anyway, this exclusive from Deadline. 1980s pop mainstay is plotting a comeback. AMC Network is developing a Max Headroom drama series reboot with Matt Frewer, set to reprise his role as the world's first artificial intelligent TV personality. Now, in the series, Matt Frewer played a reporter named Edison Carter, and he was always going live and direct and getting scoops on stuff. And during an attempt on his life, when he was rescued, his memory engrams were used to create this AI personality for him. However, the AI personality was very quirky and could not be controlled, thus the premise of the series. So it's actually quite good. Max is kind of comedic. Matt Frewer is comedic, whereas his Edison Carter character was pretty serious. But anyway, Halt and Catch Fire co-creator Christopher Cantwell is writing the adaptation and is attached as showrunner for the project, which is produced by Elijah Wood and Daniel Noah, Spectra Vision, and All 3 Media. Known for biting commentary, quick wit, and manic glitching, the supposedly computer-generated TV host played by Frewer was first introduced in the 1985 British cyberpunk TV movie Max Headroom 20 Minutes into the Future, which I have seen. I didn't like it that much. I love the TV series, though. But the movie itself I think the movie was a lot darker. Anyway, he became an instant pop culture phenomenon. He went on to host a music video show, star in ads for New Coke, which was another disaster. Appear on the cover of Newsweek and headline his own primetime series, Max Headroom, which aired on ABC for 2 seasons. That's kind of a misleader. Technically, it is 2 seasons. It was picked up in 87 as a replacement series. Went for like 6 episodes. It was picked up again, but they put it up against Dallas and stuff, and like, you're not going to win against Dallas. And I think a lot of people had a hard time understanding the show because it was supposed to be set in the present technically, but like a few minutes, 20 minutes into the future, which made no sense to anyone. But basically, I always took it as meaning, hey, this show is set in a different universe, 20 minutes in the future from where we're at now. So, but anyway, I digress. At that point, the character's massive popularity started to wane. but he remained a cult favorite and frequent pop culture reference on shows including BoJack Horseman, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Selena Gomez's music video, Love Like You Love Song. Love You Like a Love Song, among many others, because I can speak. Cantwell Frewer and Lisa Whalen executive produce the reboot with SpectreVision's Wood and Noah, which, yeah, fine. So basically, I mean, there's not a lot being said here about the show, but basically, I don't know what I think about having Max Headroom brought back to life. And don't get me wrong, I love the show. There were interesting things that they talked about from the aspect of the media controlling the narrative, what you hear. The media determines what is the truth and what isn't the truth. The media decides who the elected officials are. The media make up the news. A lot of things that, we go through even now. So there are a lot of interesting things here about Max Headroom that, would be good in the hands of right people. The problem is I don't think we have the right people in today's market of, doing woke rubbish. Now, I do find it interesting that Matt is back to play Max Headroom. It's supposed to be like a reboot, but I don't know how they will reconcile the fact that, Matt is a lot older. I mean, will he reprise his role as Edison Carter, for example? I don't know. The series, it doesn't seem to me like it would work without Edison Carter. And then you have all the other characters that were so interesting, like Bryce and Fiona and the guy that ran the newsroom that were in there. And of course, Blank Reg. So for I may have to do a video on episode reviewing Max Headroom now. I even picked up some software so I can do video clips and stuff. So I may do that, but yeah, I love the series. I just don't know that I'm wed to the fact that the show is going to be reboot, because basically I just don't trust Hollywood. I don't trust them to get it right. I can't see them going against the media, to be honest, unless it's like Fox News or something like that. But they're not going to go against news media in general as it existed in the 80s, which was ABC, NBC, CBS. They're not going to make those kind of commentaries. And what's kind of funny is, as I watch the stuff today, there was a lot of stuff that they were clearly targeting their fears about what the right would do. And yet all these things, in fact, are what the left is doing today with cancel culture and stuff. So I don't know. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I will keep an eye on this. Hopefully it's good. I always hope things are good, but nevertheless, you never know. That aside, if you like the video, like, subscribe, all the other stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.